Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to give you an impartial review when we are covering 5 best tennis rackets for intermediate players in the market, which are the best for you considering some unavoidable factors that you might miss out without watching this video. Here, we are trying to help you out to find the best from a plenty of irrelevant products. If you want more information and updated pricing of the products mentioned in the video, be sure to check the links in the description below. So, let's get started. Number 1. Our overall best pick is Babolat Pure Aero 2019 Tennis Racket. One of the positive aspects of the Babolat Pure Aero since its release is that it is meant to be for all different players. Some players have been able to have success with this racket even when they are just starting out. It is a very forgiving racket overall with a generous head size, sweet spot, and average weight. When swinging around the main Babolat Pure Aero racket for the first time, it is pretty easy to see why so many people recommend this for intermediate players. They can take it with them as a more advanced player in time, as former number 1 player in the world Rafael Nadal uses it to this day. However, intermediate players can have just as much success, as it is not as demanding as some of the other performance rackets out there. Plus, getting free access to fantastic spin never hurts. You can read our full review in this post. Pros: best racket for creating spin. Fairly easy power. Allows intermediate players to take full cut the ball. Cons: standard version is relatively lightweight. Number 2. Our second best pick is Babolat Pure Drive 2021 Tennis Racket. The Pure Drive has been around for a while, and it has been recommended to a lot of intermediate players as they try to get something that is of high quality. While this can be a perfect option for professionals as well, intermediate players can enjoy the free power and increased spin. For a long time, the Pure Drive has been known as the most potent racket for serves and ground strokes. Players who have a little bit of trouble generating their own power can benefit from the Pure Drive. If a player already hits the ball pretty hard, but does not know how to control it, they might need to look elsewhere. However, everyone else will love that they can start to hit the ball a little harder and see improvements in the game. Players who are trying to improve will need to create some spin for their game to go up against other modern players. The Pure Drive's standard option is great, but even the Tour option is perfect for those who want a little bit more weight as an intermediate player. You can read our full review in this post. Pros: outstanding power, plenty of spin potential. Perfect for serving with. Cons: does not help with control that much. Number 3. Our third best pick is Wilson Blade V798 18x20 Tennis Racket. The Blade is a very comfortable racket that plays a lot like the X-Slash, but there are some small differences that some people will enjoy. When the Blade got a slight redesign, the focus was mostly on comfort and control. Players felt like the Blade was getting a little too uncomfortable with certain shots, and they went back and reworked everything. Control is also something that has always been a major focus of the Blade, and it is now the most controllable racket Wilson makes right now. This racket might seem a bit more advanced than most of the other ones that make this list, but intermediate players with aspirations to get even better will undoubtedly benefit. Getting used to how this racket performs early on will let a person grow as much as they can. It is not so overwhelming that they can't play with it consistently. You can read our full review in this post. Pros: control is outstanding. Volleys. Stability. Cons: you need to create your own power. Number 4. Our fourth best pick is Head Graphene 360 Plus Gravity Tour Tennis Racket. For those who want to be a little bit more heaviness to the racket, this is the perfect option to go with. Yes, it is still 100 inches squared with the head size, but with a little more heft behind shots, people can put some power and control behind everything. Players do not have to swing as hard to make the same type of impact on certain shots for starters. Players still want to make sure that they are taking quality cuts the ball, but it feels different from the very beginning. Despite being heavier, the swing weight makes it so that it is one of the most unfriendly rackets available right now. Players will also notice that there is quite a bit of flexibility and feel with the racket overall. It is for flatter hitters on the tennis court, as it is not the best at creating spin, but a lot of intermediate players will find that fits their game perfectly well. You can read our full review in this post. Pros: works very well on ground strokes and returns. Comfortable feel at all times. Arm friendly. Cons: not as much spin potential as one might like. Number 5. Last but not the least, our fifth best pick is Yonex Zone 100 Deep Blue Tennis Racket. The Yonex Zone 100 is pretty easy to control, And those who like a slightly different head size from Yonex will be willing to give us a try. Much like a lot of other rackets that this directly competes with, players will get the opportunity to have a bit more power and spin with their shots. Beginners will struggle because the sweet spot is a little small, but intermediate players should not have any problems. It actually teaches a player to be more consistent in hitting the sweet spot, and that is about all a person can ask for out of a performance racket. You can read our full review in this post. One of the best rackets in the market right now. It improves the game of most of the players in the beginner to intermediate levels. Pros: unique head shape. Helps with spin for the baseline. Easy power. Cons: not the best at the net. So, grab this while you can. Be sure to check the links in the description below. That's all for this review. Feel free to share your feedback. Like, comment and share our video. Do subscribe and hit the bell icon to get more videos like this in future. Thanks for watching.